Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for being with us today. I'd like to welcome each of you to another FranTastic InSights video segment, whereby we introduce to you some very prominent personalities, all of whom are having a very positive impact on the ever-growing world of franchising, I should say. My name is David Craghead. I'm the Chief Franchise Expansion Officer for FranServe, and today I'll be your host for this week's FranTastic InSights podcast. For those of you that may not be familiar with FranServe, we are recognized and have been for quite some time as the world's largest franchise consulting and expansion organization. Our mission is very simple, and that is we change people's lives in a very positive way through franchise ownership, and we do that through a network of incredible franchise brands, and they are within 39 different industry categories. Our growth initiatives are supported by a growing portfolio of franchise consultants. Most people often refer to them as brokers. A franchise consultant and a broker is the same person. They perform the same function, but all of them are dedicated to helping their clients explore franchise opportunities which are deemed to be a perfect match to their individual search criteria. That's what we do. We match up the correct applicant to the correct brand, and we do it based on what they're searching for. So today I'd like to introduce to you, I believe Mandi is with us now, right? Mandi, are you there?
Yes. Hi, David.
Hello, Mandi. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
We have Mandi Brandon. She's the franchise director of a very dynamic and progressive franchise by the name of Glo International. And she's joined by Anthony Verch. Anthony is the CFO for the brand, and they're going to tag team together. They're going to work together as they make these presentations. For those of you that may not be familiar with Glo International is the world's leader in the restoration and repair of leather, vinyl, velour, cloth, and hard plastics, commonly found in the markets of automotive, aircraft, marine boats, and residential and commercial furniture. So, Mandi and Anthony, I thank you so much for being with us today. Let me go ahead and get this started by asking you a couple of simple questions here. If you would, please describe your business model along with the best description of the prevailing differentiators that are unique to Glo International.
Yeah, well, first off, David, I'm really appreciative to be on the podcast with you today, and I appreciate you taking the time out. A quick synopsis of Glo and why we're different than other franchises or any type of products that we offer is that, well, for one, we've been around for over 50 years. I know I don't look near that old, but, and maybe our products keep me young. But so we actually manufacture all of our own products that are proprietary and exclusive to our franchisees. So when you are purchasing a franchise and looking forward to working with us, you have that support, the know-how, and all the technical assistance when you have come into any questions or concerns when dealing with these products. We have an in-house chemist that's constantly reformulating and recreating and coming up with some new products to keep up with our times. We got a lot of creative ideas coming in the near future. But what makes us unique is it's a low cost entry. You come into our facility, we do our intros, make sure that it's the right fit for you. We want to make sure that this is something that you're going to build a business, a living, a great life out of, to be proud of everything that you do. We come on in, we get you a 2-week set up in our in-office training facility. Our headquarters are located in Minnesota. We do have partners worldwide, so we do have training facilities set up in other countries as well. But we'd love everyone to visit us here at our headquarters and get your initial training just to meet the team and the family here. And then once you get it all set up, we would come to your site and your location, your territory, as you so choose, and help you get established with marketing, meeting new potential clients, and then doing on-site that repair. The support will be strong, the training will be extensive, and so that way you have a vast understanding of all of our products that we carry.
We're also a recession-proof franchise, David, which is something we're quite proud of. I mean, there's so many different variables. In fact, when COVID came around, we had to think outside the box, and we developed a system and products for sanitizing purposes. And so our franchisees have the ability to continue to work, and the recession-proof factor of it is really significant.
Very good. You mentioned training, Anthony. Talk to me a little bit about what the classroom training is like versus the in-field training.
Well, everything's perfect in, I guess, a perfect environment. So everything can change when you're dealing with humidity, heat, cold, different type of weather exposures to it. So the in-office training gets you really to show you how these products work in a perfect environment and the real world application. However, they are very friendly to be, or once with the product training has been completed, they are very user friendly with understanding what the applications for each one. We want you to come in. We want to do various different products from vinyl, leather, velour, hard plastics, repair, and also redying and restoration on how that product can be first applied and treated and maintained. So the training process is we have numbers of master trainers, which have been independent franchisees for many years. So they've got that real world experience. It's one thing to learn in a classroom. It's another thing to go out into the real world and put your skills and products to work.
You mentioned the different weathers, the heat, the humidity, the cold. Is this a seasonal business? Does it have a seasonal component to it?
No, it's not. And that's one thing we like to point out. A lot of our franchisees that we have existing domestically, the bulk of their work is automotive. But what's great is in the summertime, in the spring and the fall, you can work on it outside. However, if you have, car lot vendors, a lot of the people at the car dealerships, they do have bays where they can bring the car in, warm it up, and do the interior repair. However, we're not limited to just automotive, and that's where we want people to think outside the box. You start working in the aviation area, you're having much larger jobs, much larger, income producing jobs, and more rewarding rather than just working on maybe a car seat or something. But most planes have hangars, so you can do everything on site. You go to their location. We also do large volumes of marine, so any type of boats, from fishing boats to super yachts. And we have great partners around the world that work on cruise lines, mega yachts. And so to say it's seasonal, yes, if you're going to be working out in the elements. It'd just be like, I guess, car washes. You don't get car washes when it's 20 below. Your doors will freeze shut. Nor would you want to be outside when you're working in that. But if you have a wash bay or a car bay to repair an interior of a car, you definitely can. And not to mention the extensive possibilities in the hospitality industry, the commercial application, or even home furniture. There's so many different products that can be used with our products on different furniture aspects, and dealing with, especially in the commercial arena and the hospitality or the restaurant businesses. A lot of our repairs are ready to use within minutes after the repair. So we have gone into restaurants and we've fixed up booths, stools, and all their furniture while they're closed, and it's ready to be used the very next day they open their doors.
The name of your business is Color Glo, so I would imagine you do a good job at color matching. Would that be correct?
Yeah, we have various different toners. Obviously, you can make just about any color under the sun with 5 or 6 colors, but to get it accurately dialed in to match all the various different colors out there among many different fabrics, whether you're dealing with a velour or a vinyl, a leather, a perforated, which can be challenging sometimes, but with our products and our color matching, we can work on just about anything.
I'm a car guy. I like hot rods and muscle cars. And something that I have avoided in recent years is a product that you see that's becoming really popular in the automotive world that's called Alcantara. And to me, when I look at that, it looks like something that would wear, on the steering wheels and the shift knobs. Looks like that would wear badly. So I've avoided that. Am I wrong in doing so? Is that something you guys work on?
The Alcantara is a slight fuzzy like mohair. Are we referring to the right product?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of like a suede almost.
Yeah, it's like a suede. It is really cool product. Yes, actually, that product can be dyed, repaired, and treated. That's where the extensive training comes into play. And this is more of a product that you see in the higher end or customizations, which it doesn't come in a wide variety of colors. From what I've seen, you can get it there, but we can also change the color if all of a sudden you were to have that product. We do have other products we do offer for treatments after repairs are made, or if it were to be a complete color change. We rolled out a product just recently came out called a stain guard, and it actually protects and creates a barrier over the top of that fabric without changing the feel or sheen of it.
Okay. Our responsibility to Color Glo International is to find human resources, talent, people to refer to you that have an attraction to the Color Glo business model and who are qualified to move forward. Tell me, in your words, what would be the most perfect franchise applicant that we could send to you? What characteristics would they bring to the table?
Well, for one, the word perfect, desirable, perfect. One person is, or
You
one
know,
person.
like Mandi, for example.
Oh, Mandy's perfect. We know
Yeah.
this. So, but I don't want Mandy to have a franchise because I need her here. So, but if she wanted to, she definitely could.
Yeah,
What I
thank
actually
you.
really look for is someone that's has full of imagination. Someone that is they have no limits. They want to control their own hours, their lifestyle, and really show the world what they can do. But then we also have some people that just want to work on cars. There's some people that only want to work on furniture. So to say there's one perfect candidate for it, no, that's the greatest thing about this. Anybody can actually do it with the training and the products that we have. I wouldn't rule anybody out, but what I would suggest is if you're coming into this, I would like you to be an excited individual with a new opportunity in front of you that literally has no limits. We are all over the globe right now, and we've seen major success stories. And with the longevity, I just met with someone that's been with our company for 42 years. It was one of
Wow.
the first franchises out there. So, and I talked to someone else that was with 43 years. So it's pretty cool to reach back and talk to some of the people that have been doing this longer than I've actually been alive. So, and the amount of respect that they have for the company and the products here. And it's the Color Glo family. It's a close knit thing. It's an American based company, American made company, and all the products are made here locally, right in Minnesota. And we ship it all over the world. It's where there's a lot of other companies that have products manufactured outside the US and then shipped in. We're doing the opposite because we started here and we will always remain here as well. So looking for someone that's wanting to be their own boss, we have it. You can be an owner operator and you can set your own hours. You can start at 9 and be done by noon if you want. It all depends on, there's no limit on your income, but also we all are looking for those business operators, someone that wants to buy a territory and get some people underneath them. He gets some employees underneath him and covering all the automotive sector, the aviation sector, the marine, and the furniture, and then breaking it down to hospitals, colleges. There's really no limit on anywhere there's furniture or any type of these materials that we work on, they need repair because the old way is replace it when it's done. When there's a lot
Right.
of life left, but we also have products that help maintain and increase the longevity of it, especially when a chair has a shelf life of 7 years. Well, that's 7 years if you actually took care of it. But if you took care of it even longer and maintained it with our other products, you could get your 10 to 12 years out of it. And then when you do get a rip, snag, tear, cigarette burn, or anything, we can fix that and restore it. And even after the shelf life has been out on an automotive seat, we can repair that as well.
You mentioned territories. Talk a little bit about the design metrics of your territories. How are they created?
Yeah, well, first off, we want to give the territories to the people that want to work in that area. But so they tell us an area that they're interested in looking at, and then we kind of carve out what would there be boundary lines. So we look at a population of anywhere from 300 to 500,000 people. And I can tell you, with all the franchises we have, I don't think everybody's met all the 500,000 people in their territory or has done work for them. So there's ample amounts of work out there. And it's just something where how hard do you want to work at it and go? So we would be uh, setting our territories up in the area that they're looking for and anywhere from 300,000 to 500,000 population. So that way we make sure that there's car dealerships in there, marine dealerships, airplane hangars, and usually and furniture stores or restaurants, office buildings, hospitals, everything. So we help them carve out the territory that they want that's attainable for them to go and also grow. We want to get them started because it can be overwhelming when you're like, hey, I have this whole territory, but they only work a few car dealerships or at one airport or one home furniture store or a few restaurants. We really want them to open their mind and make sure they're not biting off more than they can chew. So we work with them and help them, figure out what areas to target and what they want to do. We have some people that want to get in to do marine application and they end up just going straight to automotive, or they started automotive and next thing you know, they're only doing planes. So it all depends on the opportunities that you have in front of you and what you want to do.
Okay. Mandi, I don't mean to be overlooking you. Feel free to jump in and interrupt me
Yeah,
if you have
please
any
do,
questions.
Mandi.
No, Anthony's doing a tremendous job. I'm just happy to be part of this, guys. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you for keeping score then.
Yeah, of course.
Um, Anthony, we're going to bring you a person, say next Monday. They're going to be eager to go. They're going to sign the franchise agreement. How quickly could they launch their business? When would the ribbon cutting be?
Well, it would be within a month or so, just because we have to follow the regulations of the 14 days on the FDD. We want to give them time to think about it and talk about it. We want to give them all the opportunities to say no. We want to be like, tell us why you would want to say no. What's all your friends and family going to think? They're thinking you're crazy. You're going out to do something. It can be scary. Entrepreneurship can be scary. But what's more scary is having a job that you've worked at for 20 years and then all of a sudden the doors be closed. So we want to bring them in. We want to understand what they're like. What is their life like? What are their past experiences? And give them some direction forward. We don't want to say, hey, we're going to sell you this franchise, because we don't sell franchises. We award them. We award them to the best candidates that we feel is good, because we don't want to sell something that's going to fail. We want to make sure that person's successful and ready to take on this huge project that is life-changing and very fulfilling at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you find that entrepreneurs that are already in a similar business can use Color Glow as an add-on franchise to their current model? Is that possible?
Absolutely. We've talked to a number of like car dealer or car detailers. Today, I actually just met with a good friend of mine that's in aviation detail. He only details exteriors of planes, but he's leaving the entire interior
Yeah.
untouched. He services 6 jets, and he's wanting to get in the interior because all that does is increase his business. He can start outsourcing or bringing on more employees then to expand his business. The plane's already in the hangar getting washed. Nobody's touching the interior at that time. And by using our products, they can keep that interior looking pristine and also treating it with our products to make sure if anything were to happen, it doesn't stain as bad, or it can be repaired very easily. So people and I also know a friend that's in the boat broker business, and I can tell you, most boats, they can run fine, but sometimes that vinyl, that leather, the interior just gets wore out. And he's looking at buying a franchise to repair this. And all of a sudden, he's selling this boat, but he's also making it look brand new and for a fraction of cost of the replacement. So by doing that, you can also customize colors on these vinyls and these leathers and any other fabrics, not just in the marine world, but the great application is because usually boats sit uncovered and that sun just beats down on those vinyls. And, as far as repairing them before they become a problem, I can tell you, I think boat seats probably get the biggest beating out of all interiors, because you never really stand on your car seat and jump up and down, but I see it all the time on boats. So having a product that, has been backed by years of research, constantly being re-engineered and tweaked to meet certain standards, not to mention new products coming out, different type of like a siliconized vinyl and or microfibers and stuff. Having products that are on the cutting edge that are constantly being looked at does help with that. So it kind of takes the nervousness out of it. You take the scary away because you have an army behind you.
Thank you for being so thorough. First of all, I appreciate your answers.
Yeah.
You're answering a lot of the questions I haven't even asked yet, so you're doing good. For the benefit of our brokers that are watching this podcast, tell us a little bit about the areas of the country where you'd like for us to focus on to help you expand your brand, the hot, most desirable territories.
So right now we are getting numbers of inquiries on the East Coast, and it wasn't by design, but I think there's been more of a need and a service for that. I can tell you there's some green space out there that we can definitely get people set up with it, and I wouldn't say there's any areas we're really hot targeting focusing because we don't want to limit anybody or make somebody want in that area. I can tell you if I didn't have a wife and kids, I'd be down in Florida doing this, and I'd be working in West Palm Beach, Miami, or the Keys because I want to live there and I want to work on boats. I did automotive for 15 years, and that was more so the exterior painting and custom car building and fabrication. So working on cars is something I've already done. Well, now I want to do boats. Now I want to do marine. So, and the fortunate thing is yeah, I may be the CFO, but I'm also fine tuning a lot of these products myself, just because of my background and my nature into it. I really want to understand these products because it makes everything a lot easier to explain and be knowledgeable on it. That's where I'm not just sitting behind a desk every single day. I'm actually hands-on utilizing these products so I can be more knowledgeable on them. One thing is our products are water-based, so they're environmentally friendly. They're accepted everywhere. And when I say everywhere, we're shipped everywhere. We have a large target focus, which I would say in the aviation sector, because we do have some very, very successful individuals that are doing this, that have employees. I would like to see a lot more of that. So that way we can start focusing on these larger airlines. And what we're doing at the corporate level is we're lining up national contracts with some of these big air operators, whether it's directly to the source of the airplane manufacturer, large airline handlers, or working at airports to service all that, and also looking at in other countries on the military fleets to making sure that their standards and qualities are met. So right now, a big push is towards the aviation, but it doesn't mean any of the other ones aren't just as good.
Are your franchisees required to either be bonded or licensed to work
Yeah.
with these products?
Well, the good question is on that one in the aviation world, if you're working on any type of fare bearing aircraft, which means the passengers are paying a fare on that plane to fly somewhere, you need to be work underneath the fixed based operations. And we have one here based out of Wichita, Kansas. So that's something we would provide with them. And that is a huge accreditation and certification that is needed to work on aircrafts. I mean, some people are hesitant to work on aircrafts because they don't have that. Because every type of maintenance, whether it's interior, exterior, engine work, or anything on an airplane, is logged. So you just want to make sure that you are doing it the correct way, and we have been, and there's very successful operations with that. And as far as working on automotive, furniture, and then in the commercial space or the marine space, you're going to have needing insurance whenever you're working on something that's not yours. You're definitely going to want insurance, but it's not a huge policy or like a payment for that policy.
Okay. As you look to the future, are you forecasting any significant changes to the business model?
I wouldn't say significant changes to the business model itself, but more help is what we're designing a much more extensive training. We want to put together videos for product acknowledgement, new releases, and ongoing training. We do have some of these that are out there, but we want to have a curriculum set up so when they come in and they see what's going on, then they join us, they're already knowledgeable about the products and the process prior to that 2-week training. And that's something that we want to put together. And then also when we release a new product line, we have continuous education on new releases. Also, hey, there's some things that we found by doing it this way with these same products saves time and material. And who doesn't love savings? But as far as like the business operation, other than at the corporate level, we're really pushing our marketing to make sure our franchises never have a dull day if they don't want one. When I started out in the entrepreneur world, it was I didn't want any white space on my calendar, so I kept myself busy. And a lot of that at that time was just meetings, phone calls, and everything. Well, the greatest thing about Color Glow is you can go out that same day, drum up work, and do work right on site, where you can fill your calendar up, or if you have blank spaces, you can go get that filled that same day.
Very good.
We also have our in-house labs too. So we've got in-house chemistry, in-house labs. So our products are constantly evolving. So as Anthony said, we're hands-on, he's working on these products, but our chemist is working on them. We are really mindful about being environmentally friendly. So a lot of our products, the majority of them are all water-based. So as far as the future's concerned with that also, David, is the product development. We are continuously testing. So that's a really important piece for us too.
So that demands the continuing education component, does it not?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And that's what you provide. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think I've come to the end of my Q&A portion. Is there any one takeaway from this interview today that you'd want your viewers to know about your brand that we haven't touched on?
Well, one thing is a phone call never hurts, and a phone call could change your life. We are more than open to sitting down and talking with them. If a phone call is not for you, you can always email, you can text us. We want to get you more information to make sure that this is the correct one for you. We're looking for some great people to grow with, and it comes from all walks of life. There's people that come from the corporate world that have never touched or seen any type of these products before. They're looking for some complete change in their life, and we want to give them the opportunities and tools to do that. And I see with a lot of these most recent layoffs, it's what are they going to do from now? You know, with AI being laid off, or all these tech or AI laying all these people off because AI is just replacing it. AI is not going to take over the interior repair on an automobile, aviation, marine, and furniture. It's just not. It's not something they're going to be able to do. So one thing, if you're looking for something that is recession almost proof, I would say that this is the one that you should choose. And as far as when money tightens up, people tend to repair things instead of replace them, and they want to keep that life expectancy of products much longer. But yeah, Mandi.
I think that was excellently said. Totally agree. You know, recession proof, keeping things out of the landfills. You know, our services certainly help with that process also, which is pretty significant in our world today.
Very good.
But yeah, we're open to conversations always, David. Sorry, but yeah, just what Anthony said. We'd love to chat. We'd love to chat anytime. 2 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is. We're just a phone call away, or a Zoom call, or a meetings away, and we would love that.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And Anthony and Mandi, I want to sincerely thank you for the privilege of your time today. This entire interview will be posted on the FranServe support site. It'll be archived in the FranServe library, and it'll be distributed nationwide to all of our brokers. And it's also going to be uploaded on 4 different social media platforms. You'll see your faces on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So we're going to make you guys very, very popular. Okay. You'll be household.
We appreciate that.
All right. Well, thank you very much to both of you. And with that, we will adjourn today's podcast. Thank you very much to both of you.
Thank you very much, David. We'll talk soon.
Bye-bye now.